Okay, we have here Johan Galtung, Professor of Peace Studies, and you are also founder of the whole discipline of Peace Studies. Welcome to this interview.
Thank you so much. Yes, I'm known as the father, but I should say it's more grandfather.
Okay, and we are privileged to have this interview with you. And
Thank you.
I'd like to ask first, what is the most urgent challenge that you now consider as the most urgent challenge for advancing world peace? Because this is what you have been doing all the time, but at the current moment.
Changing the economic system. And most urgent. But I have a list of four, and they're not that different in urgency. But changing the economic system to respecting nature and human dignity.
Yes.
And for that we even have to simply get rid of economics as a science, the way we know it, have to construct it from the beginning.
Yes.
And that of course will include beating flagrant inequality. So that's one. But there is another one which is about equally urgent. This is more than urgent enough. It's simply to substitute for the military solving conflict, solution orientation.
Yes.
And that means a lot of mediation. I haven't seen a place where there has been violence with a little bit of understanding of all the parties and trying to work patiently to find a solution.
Yes.
But I made a lot of difference.
Yes, and because military has all the resources, if all these resources
They have all the resources,
converted,
precisely.
Yes.
So instead of victory orientation, solution orientation.
yes,
So,
yes,
that urgent.
yes.
I have another one.
Okay, good, please.
You say you have 2,000 nations inside 200 states. 20 of those states are with only one nation, practically speaking. In 18, or more than one nation. Only 4 of them have solved the problem of equality among the nations. In all the others, meaning 176, you have one dominant nation, and the others are living in the shadow.
Yes,
They are now fighting like mad. There you have the breeding ground for very many of the terrorisms.
yes,
Very many. Now that has to be solved, and United Nations cannot solve it because United Nations is a trade union of governments. Governments agree on one thing.
yeah,
Don't meddle into internal affairs.
yes,
So they're just continuing this. So we are left in a very bad situation. Many of those nations that are suppressed, and I'll give you the names of 2 of the most important ones,
Yes.
the Pashtuns and the Kurds.
girls, yes,
40 million and 23 million.
yes.
We are fighting like that against the governments.
Where could be a solution? Because if UN, yes, federation,
Federation and confederation.
yes,
Often you have a nation that is also in the bordering country. You open that border
okay,
so that they can flow freely between Afghanistan and Pakistan.
yes,
So I mentioned the Pashtuns. It's the breeding ground for the so-called Taliban.
yes,
Hello, nice to see you again. And the Kurds, they are of course divided in 4 countries.
yes.
So we have to have some kind of confederation at that point.
Yeah, because at the moment it's a gridlock.
Precisely.
Yes.
That's exactly it.
Yeah,
And I have still one.
yeah, yeah.
The 4th one.
Yeah.
And the 4th one is cultural. That the Western world has appointed itself the universal culture. There is no such thing as a universal culture. There are cultures,
Yes, cultural diversity.
precise.
Yes.
And they all have something to contribute.
Yes.
And we human beings can pick the best from all of them.
Yes, it's a richness if we can
That's it.
combine.
That's it.
Yeah. But how to reach that kind
That's
of
changing very quickly now. The others are coming up.
yes.
And if the universal culture in the West was so fantastically good, it wouldn't suffer the situation it has today with economic decline, losing its empires, being resisted in some places. And a Buddhist, Confucian, Taoist civilization coming up.
Yeah.
in no uncertain way. So things are happening.
Yes, gradually.
But I am quite willing to put the economic one as number one because people are suffering. They're dying.
Yes.
They're dying. 140,000 every day.
It's a question of survival.
It's a question of survival.
Yeah, so we have to address that first. And one final question, when we think about the field of future research and future studies and specific methods, would you recommend some specific methods from the field of future studies to be used in this peace building approach and goal?
I have been in both. And to me, the most important method in future studies comes from Taoism. And it is not to find a trend and extrapolate it, but it is to a very holistic description of some part of reality and to identify the basic contradiction inside it, the forces and counterforces. And then putting your ear to the ground, listening to the yin and yang.
Yes.
If the yin is dominating, you know for sure the yang is coming.
Okay.
They may strike a balance in the middle, they may, but that's not easy. Most likely the yang will come up, goodbye yin for some time. Now, this is a fantastic way of predicting events. The West is good at predicting trends, and very bad at events, so events come as a surprise.
Yes, there are always
You see,
sudden
if you were not able
surprises.
to predict the end of the Cold War, you should resign.
Yeah.
I say that arrogantly because I predicted it 10 years before it happened.
Yeah.
Before 1990 we'll have it. Fall of the wall. And with that the end of the Soviet Empire. So if you're not able to predict, I won't say to the day 9/11, but something like that,
Yes.
you should resign.
Okay.
Now, the Chinese are good at that.
Okay.
Very good at it. Very, very good. We are good at trends, they're good at events.
Yes, anticipating
You
unexpected
need both.
events.
You need
Yes.
both. It's a typical case for both ends. And now you ask the question, sort of linking peace to future.
Yes.
What I took with me into peace studies from future studies was to ask the parties to a conflict, what is the future you would like to have?
Yes.
Let me say, I immediately came into a clash with psychoanalysts because I told them that rather than asking the question, what problem did you have with your mother when you were 3 years old?
Okay.
Maybe a better question would be, what kind of person would you like to be in 3 years?
Okay. Yes.
And discussing that with a trained mediator. How would you like to handle your family affairs in 3 years? How many friends would you like to have? Now, that doesn't mean that you should not come back to your infancy, but put that a little bit second, put the future first.
Yes.
So that has dominated my whole mediation activity in 150 conflicts. 30 of them quite successful, some of them quite important, quite high level. And I can add what happened to me yesterday, which I didn't know when I was here. I got it only late at night. Question from the Italian government whether I could address the Italian government half an hour on alternative defense fatally. There are 8 of us being asked to do it, specialists around the world. So you see that is future studies in practice.
Yes. Yes.
Now I have one advantage the other 7 don't have. I speak Italian.
Okay.
So I'm trying to make the most of
Yes.
that.
Yes. That may help.
Make my mistakes, but that's only charming. It's,
Yeah. But it's important to emphasize the focus on preferred futures. Then you have to
Precisely.
be ambitious enough to.
Precisely, but you have to be reasonably precise. You have to spell it out in
Yes.
some detail.
Yeah, not just say good life. we
Very
want good
precise,
life.
not just some blah blah. you say.
General, yeah.
Exactly.
Because otherwise
It's not enough to
really
say we
meaningful.
have to turn toward peace.
Yeah.
To say what does that mean?
Yes. Yes.
Exactly. And then of course they decide. I mean, what I can do is only to propose, not to impose.
Yes. That's important. Yeah.
And to be a sort of, resource in the world for proposing. Could you remove this? Because here they are waiting for you. The 2 on top are my favorites. They are signed. Okay. Look, I haven't called Malitza because I didn't want to disturb him, but I'm ready at 5 o'clock. But